I lifted my arms up before doing this 8 weeks ago. This would be where I would go to, okay? And this would be painful and stiff at this point. People would come up to me, oh no, and they try, and it was stuck. Today, this arm goes all the way up to here, goes behind my back. I can go behind my neck.
Which you weren't able to do before at all.
I could not go back. No, this is almost pain-free. There's still a little, I mean, it's only 8 weeks in this, but this is almost pain-free in this shoulder, going back this far. And that, if you can see how far, and how much I can lift it up, and the speed I can do, I mean, the speed that I can do is almost normal speed.
Okay.
And this arm, we know it's going to be, it's got a big bone spur and it's got some other stuff, but I got it to here. If I go straight up, it's here after 8 weeks, and this is only after 8 weeks. I expect much better, but if I go to the side, I can bring it up to here.
Which you could never do before.
Oh God, no. I couldn't even, this is how far I can get it back. I could get it back about this far when I first did it, now I can get it back to here.
Well, let's start.
Which is
Brian
giving me
Petrie from Regenerative Medicine of Raynham. I'm here today with David, and he came to our office because he was suffering from some significant joint pain. And if you could tell us your story, Dave.
Well, about 4 years ago, I started to get really bad pains in my shoulders. And I went to the doctor. They told me the only thing they could do for me was replace them. Do total replacement in both of them. Not something I wanted to do for my lifestyle. When I met Brian for my back, we started talking about it, doing stem cells. I got interested in it, researched it, and I found out that this was the best way for me to try.
What were you experiencing, Dave, for pain level-wise?
Well, pain was probably at times, if I try to pick up a cup of coffee like this in my car, couldn't do it. I had to bring my arm over.
So not only was painful, it was really restricted?
Range of motion was, this arm is better, this arm could go to about here, this arm I could go to about here. Okay. And it would, and after I used them at nighttime, my wife would say, all you do is toss and turn, you can't sleep. The pain level was at probably an 8, an 8 at best at nighttime.
And when you went to see an orthopedic surgeon and they suggested you have both your shoulders replaced?
Both shoulders, total replacement, not even partials, total replacements, which means they got to take out the socket, put a device in, reverse it, and it's a total, your lifestyle, you can't lift weights anymore, your whole lifestyle changes. That wasn't an option for me.
Okay, and you were also experiencing neck and some back pain issues?
I've always had back. I printed in a disc twice. I have arthritis in my lower back, and I had arthritis in my neck. Okay. So I decided to do everything at one time. All
right, so we did about 8 weeks ago, we did allograft injections containing stem cells to both your shoulders, your neck, and your lower back.
Correct.
So it's 8 weeks along, and how much improvement would you say you've had?
Well, the neck is almost no pain. I never have pain. I can move it, I can turn it, I can go side to side with it now, which is something that was restricted before. But it never has pain. I never have any neck arthritis.
And that got better fairly quick.
That was the first thing that got better.
Okay.
That was the first thing that got better. Right. The back, I don't have the arthritis, but I still have issues like everyone else. I'm 57 years old, like everyone else my age does. But the back, as far as standing on my feet, because I work on my feet all day, and I get that tightness and that soreness in my back, I don't get that anymore.
Okay.
That's pretty much gone. And I run every day. Well, you know, so the shoulders were my biggest issue because obviously I wanted to stay active. I wanted to be able to do things. So that was what me and Brian discussed, how we can work this, we can get the shoulders back. I was a little more skeptical about getting the right shoulder than he was. So I will show you the range of motion that I had. So if I lifted my arms up before doing this 8 weeks ago, this would be where I would go to. Okay, and this would be painful and stiff at this point. People would come up to me, oh no, and they try, and it was stuck. Today, this arm goes all the way up to here, goes behind my back. I can go behind my neck.
Which you weren't able to do before at all.
I could not go back. No, this is almost pain-free. There's still a little, I mean, it's only 8 weeks in this, but this is almost pain-free in this shoulder, going back this far. And that, if you can see how far, and how much I can lift it up, and the speed I can do, I mean, the speed that I can do is almost normal speed.
Okay. And
this arm, we know it's going to be, it's got a big bone spur and it's got some other stuff, but I got it to here. If I go straight up, it's here after 8 weeks, and this is only after 8 weeks. I expect much better, but if I go to the side, I can bring it up to here.
Which you could never do before.
Oh God, no. I couldn't even, this is how far I can get it back. I could get it back about this far when I first did it, now I can get it back to here, which has given me a lot more range of motion. But the biggest thing, and the best thing of all, the pain level is down to probably at its worst, it's like a 2 or 3 at its worst now, if I'm working and doing a lot with it. For the most part, I have no pain. My wife says, Jesus Christ, I don't know what's going on. You sleep right through the night now, because I have no pain at nighttime anymore.
One of the biggest things you said, if you could feel at least 50% better, you would feel that this treatment was a success. But would you say that you're...
I would say this arm is about 85% back to where it should be.
Okay.
This one is probably about 60 to 70%. But yeah, man, this one was almost a locked shoulder, and now it's not locked. I mean, I can move it now. It's still got restrictions. It's got a lot of. This was severe, to moderate to severe arthritis and degeneration in it with bone spurs.
But you feel it's getting better?
All the time, every week.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, we work on it. You got to work on it. But yeah, it's getting better every week. I mean, that's to me is a win right
That's
there.
huge.
And the pain level is the biggest thing.
And the other thing was you wanted to be able to play basketball with your son again and be able to shoot hoops.
Yeah. I was shooting from here, you know, just playing. Now I can almost get it all the way up. So, you know, so that's a big plus for me, that I can still stay active.
That's great, Dave. Anything else you want to share?
Just my overall health, I feel much better. I mean, it gives you a better lease on life rather than being in pain every day. And then to go and have surgery and you know, I don't know if you know that. I have a friend of mine who comes, and he had a total replacement a year ago. And he said, oh, I'm doing great, doing great. I said, well, maybe that's the way to go. Well, I saw him about 2 weeks ago. Guess what? They had to redo his shoulder. It didn't work for him. So that's something you got to consider when you do replacements. It only works probably 50 to 60% of the time. You know, you don't get the lifelong longevity out of it. You do out of a...
Then you may have to have a follow-up surgery in the future.
Well, so he did. He came in. He was in a sling. I said, what happened? He goes, Steve. He goes, nah, I had to redo it. It didn't take. They had to redo the whole shoulder. So now he's got another year of recuperation.
Okay.
Because shoulders take 9 to 10 months to a year when you do a replacement. So,
Okay.
So I'm very happy with my decision, and I feel like every day gets better.
Okay. Great, Dave. Thanks for coming in and sharing your story.
Appreciate it.